Hello, welcome Leo. This video is for Leo sun signs and rising ascendant signs. And we're going to be doing a full moon in Scorpio prediction astrologically based on where this is occurring, what house it's occurring, and then also a tarot reading for y'all. So let's get into it. This full moon in Scorpio, which I spoke about earlier, is a very transformative time period. Scorpio is a very watery sign, emotional. This is a time for secrets coming to the surface and revelations happening in different areas of life. And so I'd like to just begin by asking you to think about where were you and what sort of things were you doing back in November of 2020? Because that was when the new moon in Scorpio occurred. And so the energies, the things that were happening in your life then, those are the things that began then are going to be coming to a completion and a culmination right now with the full moon in Scorpio. So this full moon is happening in your fourth house, and houses show like special areas of life where this is occurring for you. And interestingly enough, the moon itself is ruled by Cancer. That's because moon energy is connected to your moods, your feelings, your emotions, your home life, your relationship with family, especially with your mother. This is very nurturing, intuitive, psychic energy because of the literal body connection that you have with your mother, or however you were brought into this world. I want to be more inclusive in how I talk about parents, so let me just make a little note about that. But yeah, so your relationship with your mother or the archetype of the mother. And then the fourth house is ruled by Cancer, and a tarot correspondence for Cancer is Major Arcana card 7, which is the Chariot, which I've heard some people talk about their disbelief that these are connected. It's interesting because you wouldn't necessarily consider the Chariot card, which is a card of initiating energy, of will and determination, connected to Cancer, which is home life, internal matters, emotions. But there is such a connection because of the strong inner self that needs to occur for that strength of the Chariot to happen in the external world. And during this time, the focus for you is going to be on your home, your family, and on your living situation. And you may have an important realization of what you truly feel, what you truly need to feel safe and to feel comfortable. And there may be a breakthrough that gives you a sense of belonging, or that connects you with your family or with your ancestors. Or perhaps there is an imbalance between your personal life and your home life with your job, with your career, with your public image. And a major family rift may be healed during this time or brought to the surface. Or perhaps you might just be working on your house right now and doing things around the home. So Leo's correspondence with Scorpio during the full moon, we can see that it is you as a Leo are a fixed fire sign, and Scorpio is a fixed water sign. So these are both very unmoving energies in different directions. So this may be a time where you are feeling emotional angst because all of the emotions and feelings that get brought up with the water sign are usually challenged when they are in such a fiery, creative, passionate environment. So this is very much like steam on the water, if you want a visual. And so once a feeling has taken hold inside of you, it can be hard to change course. And that's the same thing with Scorpio, but in different directions. As a Leo, the focus for you is more on creativity and on self-expression. And with Scorpio, it's transformation, it's secrecy, and it's bringing things to light. And in your family life, this can mean a couple of tense days. This may mean emotional breakthroughs happening with family members, or just imbalances happening, as we said before, between your personal and your public life. And this kind of seems more like a period for you, rather than trying to take these things head on, emotions may be getting in the way for you to be able to balance it with your clear, logical thinking side. So it may be more of a time for you to distract yourself. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a negative distraction. When I think of coping skills or coping mechanisms, we can see that from that distraction can be a perfectly fine one. It doesn't mean that you need to continue to distract yourself after this time period, but what is suggested is that you may need to focus in different areas right now, because the emotional pull that you're getting may be just happening because of this moon. And so the demands of your personal life are being brought into focus, and striking a balance between your personal life and your home life is going to be of importance for you right now. And so a question that you can ask yourself, Leo, is where in my life do I feel overextended, and how can I bring more creativity and playfulness into your approach to things? Yes, and so some antidotes that you can use for the challenges that are brought up by the full moon in Scorpio are making sure that you have balanced attention to your public and personal life, prioritizing what is important to you, and sticking with those personal prioritizations of your values. And because otherwise you will run the risk of overextending yourself in both arenas. And as a Leo, you know, burning at both ends. And that's not going to lead to a sustainable candle. And a home, family, or property matter could grab your attention during this time. So just think, this Scorpio emotional energy is occurring in your home, your personal, your familial relationships. So that's what's to keep in mind. Yes, and so that is the full moon in Scorpio and how it is manifesting for you, Leo. Up next, we have a tarot spread for the full moon in Scorpio. And this is an adapted Celtic Cross tarot spread, and I've linked it in the bio below if you want to work with these energies and do them on your own. Okay, so we begin with the current situation. Current situation for you, Leo, is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a card of remembering the past, of childhood, of healing trauma, and from healing stress and past childhood traumas. This can also be misremembering things as more rose-colored or cherry rose-colored glasses than they actually were. Or it could be a loss of innocence in some ways. So this card, as your current situation, is suggesting that during this time period, you are healing from emotional past, from the childhood, or this could be you are finding a balance of how do you bring those positive parts of your childhood into your current reality. And so the next card that we have is the challenge, the help, or the hindrance to you during this time period. And that is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is connected to the fixed sign of Capricorn. So this is a balance of material possessions, of things that are in the earthly realm. So we are seeing that you may be having considerations or challenges right now with finding balance. We just talked about how finding a balance, striking a balance between the personal life and the professional life is going to be of paramount importance for you right now. But this is also saying that you maybe need to find balance in your money, use your intuition to take care of your material possessions, or to do like an audit or an assessment of your finances during this time. And then your unconscious motives. These are the things that are in your subconscious that are influencing your behavior. And that is the Hermit. So this may be a period where you're needing to take time to be alone and to take care of yourself. We're seeing that to do big reflective work on childhood trauma, of past emotional grievances, and to find balance, that you may need to do it on your own and to be alone. And that doesn't mean that you are completely without help or support. There is a growth and a more strengthening closeness to community that you can get from going on your own and being alone. So this is your subconscious. You want to try to pull this energy into the light. Maybe there is a fear of doing things on your own, or maybe there's a reluctance to go on a search for something that has been hidden or pushed down into your psyche. But with this being in the unconscious position, for you to heal, you want to bring it up into the light. your recent past has been the devil. And so this could mean that in the past you've had struggles or challenges with obsessive thinking or with addictions. This could be mental health challenges where you feel trapped by the external or internal factors that are influencing you, and you need to free yourself, find liberation. And you maybe have found liberation or freedom in the past from conditioning from your childhood, from patterns that have been negatively affecting you. And so it's time, I would suggest, to integrate those learnings that you have gained from going through the hard work of the devil. Your conscious mind, your current hopes, ideals, and dreams. That is the Five of Wands. So currently you're fighting with yourself a little bit. This may mean you having a bunch of different ideas about where you want to put your energy into, a lot of different creative ideas, because the 5 is about a struggle or an imbalance in a couple keywords, but wands are your creative, transformative energy. How do you create things? How do you bring things to life? And this is sort of the card that one of my tarot teachers, Sam, called it from Ace of Cups, called the too many cooks in the kitchen card, which I just love. This is a lot of people trying to build something and maybe there is no one concise leader. And so this energy with the 5 of Wands, besides being an astrological correspondence for Leo, which is cool, is about trying to put your will into the world and having it met with either opposition or just conflicts between what the vision is going to be. And that could be something that's happening internally, you having different ideas about where you put your energy, or externally, the people that are in your environment and you are having trouble collaborating. And then the near future for you, my Leo, is the 7 of Wands. So this really relates well back to the Hermit of needing to go it alone to create something. This is almost telling me if you're going to do a job right, you better do it yourself. So this could be either in your work environment, in your family environment, or in your relationships. There's something that you got to do. You got to put the energy and the work in, and you got to do it on your own, because you're not going to have it come out the way you intend, or your intentions aren't going to be fully realized or met if you rely on somebody else to take over the job for you in the future. This is saying in the next few weeks, you're going to have to put in this sort of intense energy to figure out how to create the thing that you're trying to bring into existence. What work do you need to put together? Yeah. And next we move to the Starseeds Tarot. Starseeds Tarot, is it? It's the Starseeder. The Star Seeds deck, that's just like a restaurant in Austin, right? Starseer. Yeah, we'll find out. So this is going to be your approach to everything that is going on right now, and then your environment's support or challenge that it presents, and then something unconsciously affecting you that you're not yet aware of, and then your distant future. So to begin, your approach to things right now is the 2 of Swords. This may mean that 2 of Swords is making a decision, having a choice presented to you, 2 ways that you can go, and it's up to you to decide where you're going to go. And Swords, very intellectual idea energy. And so with the 2 of Swords, this is also connected to Libra. This is an energy of wanting to make the most harmonious and cooperative decision, but maybe feeling indecisive. And so this could be indecision about where you're going to put your creative energy, or indecision about how you're going to collaborate with other people, or indecision to go it alone or to rely on other people, or indecision about wanting to just go back into your negative coping mechanisms and the bad habits and obsessions of the past versus living in the values that you know that you have, that you want to, live in fully. So with this card, 2 of Swords, your approach is what decision, what choice, what crossroads, which choice are you going to make? And then your environment, these are the people in your life, your friends, your family, and then also just external factors to the situation that you're in and how they're influencing you. And that is the 8 of Coins. This is like the 8 of Pentacles, a card of work, of getting to work. And so you may, this is also connected to the earth sign, mutable earth sign of Virgo. So this is everyday tasks. This is getting into a routine, into a habit. So The people around you seem to maybe be in their work, doing their creative passion, but they may also be, so you might be envious of where these people in your life are because they are experiencing what you wish you could be, working on a project, bringing it into fruition. But what you may not see from the outside is that the people in your life are potentially feeling overworked or stressed out, or like they can't remember the initial vision. And the place that you are at right now is being presented with the vision and having to make a choice. So remember, this is something cool to think about. It's all a continuum and a cycle. And you will be in this position again where you are trying to decide what you should do next. And then you'll be in the position where you're in the thick of the work and you wish you could look at the bigger options. So just remember that you are being guided. You are on a spoke on a wheel that is turning. And this could also be a way that you could get inspired about what kind of work you want to be doing. Maybe ask yourself, what do I want to do every single day? What ritual, what routine is really nourishing to me? And maybe seeing the people around you, either in your work environment or in your home life, they might be an inspiration for you to make these choices. And then something that has been influencing you that you haven't been aware of that is external. That is the Queen of Chalices or the Queen of Cups. So this energy is one of really connecting to your feelings, your moods, and your emotions. This is intuitive wisdom, something that may not be affecting you, that may be affecting you, that is ill aspected with this card is melancholy, is addictive or obsessive energy. The queens or the court cards are usually people in our lives or parts of ourselves or even archetypes of people. And the queen energy is one that is receptive, is emotional, and is intuitive. And a lot of the time it can be ill aspected if you're only looking into the cup, if you're only looking into the feelings and you're forgetting about your will and your ideas and your grounded energy. So with this, I would say connect to your feelings, your moods, and your emotions and bring them up into the surface so that you can help heal them. Yes, and connecting this back to your card of the moment, your current situation of the Six of Cups, this is Scorpio energy. This is because the 6 is astrological corresponding to Scorpio. This is transformation. So something that may be influencing you that you're not yet aware of is transforming into better understanding your feelings, of integrating your deep moods and emotions into the new work that you're bringing to life. And then lastly is the distant future for you, Leo. And that is the Wheel of Fate. This is the continuum of the spoke. You make it anything in the future is what this is saying. This too shall pass is another lesson of this, that in the distant future, you might recognize that there are going to be emotional highs and lows, and there might also be times where you're really dedicated to something and times where you're a little bit more floaty around and experiencing different things, and that every part is going to be valuable, and that really just the willingness to go into the flow is going to serve you. So last things I can see is that you have between the recent past and the recent future is working through old negative habits or things that made you feel trapped, and using your will and your determination to strengthen through challenging situations that devil character has put you through, which is a part of you as well. And then your unconscious motives of wanting to be alone with your conscious motives of battling it out with other people creatively, maybe suggesting that you need to spend more time alone so that you can realize what vision you want to bring into the world and clearly communicate it to the people that are in your life. And then also with your current situation being healing the childhood and bringing that childlike innocence and curiosity into your current reality, you can use the Queen of Cups of deeply understanding your feelings to influence what sort of things you take on to help heal. So that is your reading, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, thank you so much for joining me today. I so appreciate it. And make sure to check out the other videos for both your sun sign and for your rising ascendant sign. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.